What's up, YouTube? BF Shivers here, author of Tales from the Mind of BF Shivers. And tonight I thought I would try something a little different for you guys as far as the reading. And I've created basically Tales from the Mind of BF Shivers, which are my books, but shorter for long form videos. So I can read the entire thing and not have to worry about it being too long. And then I can also edit it into shorts for my shorts viewers. So without further ado, I'm reading it off of Microsoft Word, by the way, so you guys can see my screen. And I'm just going to scroll and read for you guys. So let's get into it. Here is the cover or cover picture. It is generated by ChatGPT. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry, it's 2026. I use ChatGPT, so. But anyways, let's go. Chapter 1. Nathan Carter was 11 when his parents bought the old house at the end of Pine Street. It sat farther back from the road than the other houses and was surrounded by tall trees that cast long shadows across the yard. The siding had faded with age, and the porch boards creaked under every step. Nathan liked it right away. While his parents carried boxes inside, Nathan wandered through the yard. The grass was uneven, and a few old stones stuck out of the ground near the back fence. Beyond the yard stood a thin line of trees that separated the neighborhood from a stretch of woods. Nathan was circling around the side of the house when he noticed someone sitting on the low wooden fence behind the yard. It was a boy about his age. The boy had messy brown hair and wore a red shirt that looked older than anything Nathan owned. His jeans were faded and his shoes were dusty. He watched Nathan with quiet curiosity. "New kid?" the boy asked. Nathan nodded. "Yeah, we just moved in today." The boy hopped down from the fence and walked closer. "I figured. That house has been empty for a long time." Nathan looked back at the tall gray house behind him. "You live around here?" The boy shrugged. "Something like that." Nathan held out his hand. "I am Nathan." The boy shook it. "Daniel." Nathan noticed Daniel glancing toward the house as if studying it. "You know anything about it?" Nathan asked. Daniel nodded slowly. "I know a lot about that place." Nathan grinned. "Is it haunted or something?" Daniel gave a faint smile. "People say strange things have happened there." Nathan felt a small thrill of excitement. "Like what?" Daniel looked toward the windows for a moment. "Just stories." Nathan shrugged. "Well, it is my house now." Daniel's eyes lingered on the porch before he said quietly, "Yeah, I guess it is." Chapter 2. Nathan climbed onto the fence beside Daniel. "Do you live on this street?" he asked. Daniel waved vaguely toward the trees. "Not far." Nathan noticed something strange. "Why do you dress like that?" Daniel looked down at his red shirt. "Like what?" "Like you are from another time or something." Daniel gave a quiet laugh. "These clothes are just old." Nathan studied him more carefully. The shirt looked worn and the style felt different from the kids at school usually wore. From what kids at school usually wore. "Did you always live around here?" Nathan asked. Daniel nodded. "A long time ago." Nathan pointed at the house behind them. "Have you ever been inside?" Daniel looked at the windows for a moment. "Yes." Nathan raised an eyebrow. "When?" Daniel paused. "Back when someone else lived there." Nathan kicked the fence lightly. "My parents said the place was empty for years." Daniel nodded. "It was." Nathan tilted his head. "You sure you know a lot about it?" Daniel looked across the yard. "I remember things." Nathan did not question it further. He was just glad to have found someone his age nearby. Chapter 3. Over the next few hours, Nathan and Daniel stayed near the fence behind the yard, walking along the tree line and talking about the neighborhood. Daniel knew stories that Nathan had never heard before. One moment, Nathan pointed to a patch of dirt beside the house. "There used to be a big tree there," Daniel said. Nathan looked surprised. "How do you know that?" I remember it falling during a storm. That must have been years ago." Daniel nodded quietly. "It was." Nathan began noticing other strange things about him. Daniel never talked about his parents. Whenever Nathan asked where he lived, Daniel changed the subject. Chapter 4. Later that afternoon, Nathan explored the attic while his parents unpacked in other rooms downstairs. Old boxes filled the dusty space beneath the roof. Inside one of them, Nathan found a single box containing several photo albums. He sat on the floor and began flipping through the pages. The picture showed a family that once lived in the house, a mother, a father, and a boy. The boy looked a lot like Daniel. Nathan turned another page and froze. A boy stood near the side of the house beside the wooden fence. Messy brown hair, a red shirt. It was Daniel. Faded writing covered the back. Daniel Whitaker, summer 1989. Nathan stared at the date. The pictures were decades old. The boy appeared in every one, always near the fence. Nathan carefully closed the box, lifted it, and carried it back outside to Daniel. "Look at this," Nathan said, placing the box near the fence. Daniel leaned over and saw the photograph. His eyes widened slightly. "That is me." Nathan pointed to the writing. "This was taken a long time ago." Daniel nodded slowly. "Yes." Chapter 5. Rain fell harder as Nathan stood beside the fence. "What do you mean you never got older?" he asked. Daniel rested his hands on the wood. "I lived there with my parents when I was your age," he said softly. Nathan looked back at the house. "You lived in my house?" Daniel nodded. "A long time ago." Nathan felt a knot forming in his chest. "What happened to you?" Daniel spoke quietly. "One afternoon I was playing in the basement. My parents told me to stay upstairs, but I liked exploring. There was a wooden workbench down there. I climbed onto it to reach a box on a high shelf. My foot slipped and I fell. I never woke up." Nathan's chest tightened as a memory of his own fall came back in full. He tripped and hit his head on the bottom steps of the porch. Nathan's parents' screams sounded muffled and unreal as he realized he was dead too. The end. If you guys like that, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And I've been BF Shivers. You guys have a great night.